Hi guys, today I will be telling you about logic gates. What are logic gates? Logic gates are electrical.
Show to them.
These are the logic gates I need.
Okay.
So let's start with the OR. But let's not start yet on these. We need to figure out something first. So, the logic gates are like binary numbers. High, the number of high is 1, as it has 5 volts under and over, always over 0. But low is just 0 with 0 volts. So first, let's start with OR. So the inputs are 2 to the second is 4. And the outputs of OR could be 0, 1, and 1 again. For not, the inputs 1 and 0 will be equal to 0 and 1. Not is like inverting itself instead of the others. The others invert its other self. So NOR is just like inverting OR. So let's start with the inputs. So the inputs are A and B, and the outputs are Y. So if A and B are equal to 0, then that means that the output will be 0. And if if A was 1 and B was 0, that would equal to 1 as the output. Now A is 0 and B is 1. The answer with that would still be 1. Now, last one is when they're both 1, they will still turn into a 1. Now, next logic gate will be NAND. So the inputs, remember, is A and B, and the outputs are Y. That is the inputs and the outputs, A, B, and Y, are one of the most important things you need to not forget. So 0 and 0 is 1. Why is that? That's because NAND, the letter N, is fused with the other. So the reason why this is NOR is because it's N with OR. So the N means inverted, but it's not always N.
N means not and, not or.
It can also be inverted, because NAN is inverting AND.
Inverted and.
So 0 and 0 is 1. But 0 and 0 in AND is 0. So 0 and 1 is 1. So that means 0 and 1 in AND is 0. 1 and 0 is 1. Same with AND, 0. 1 and 0. Did I teach that already? I think I did.
So what is all about?
1 and 1 is 0. Because 1 and 1 in AND is 1. Now let's move on to AND, to C. So 0 and 0 is 0. 1 and 0 is obviously 0. 0 and 1 is 0. And 1 and 1 is 1. And A times B is equivalent to Y. That means the inputs, so the inputs A and B are mixed together to make the output a Y. XOR the A and B. So if A was 0, B was 0, that is equal to the output of being 0. And 1 and 0 as the outputs, A and B. A is 1, B is 0. That would equal to the output of being 1. A is 0 and B is 1. It's same with the upper one. That is also 1. Now if 1 is 1, if 1 and 1 are together, what do you think will happen? Is it 1 or is it 0? If you guess 0, you're correct. It's unexpected. So if both inputs are the same number, that means that the output will always be 0. Now it's time for XNOR, exclusive NOR. So the inputs of A and B, which are 0 and 0, will have to be of the output of being 1. So if the output A is, the logic gates are gates of electrical switches. There's still one switch, but that still has two inputs.